The eye is a very important and critical part of a creature, of a mask, of a person, to draw you into the piece and to help make it believable. Especially the technique I'm going to show you of taking the finished Marini eye cane and putting a clear cornea over the top of it to magnify what's inside very closely imitates the way that our eye is actually structured. We have a pupil and an iris, which is covered by a clear cornea. And the clear cap that I put over the eye cane to magnify it looks very much like our cornea. So the eyes of my creatures have a high degree of believability. Paul Stankard calls it organic credibility. I call it the element of truth. Authors call it suspension of disbelief. This highly defined element of detail which really lets the work shine, which really brings it life. Pay special attention to the thin, uniform bands of color around the center of the cane and around the outside edge. These thin lines are created by rolling the mass in colored powder. When making Marini canes, you have to think in cross-section. If you want tiny dark dots in the finished image, you'll have to prepare thin rods of that color in advance. Here, I'm drawing down turbo cobalt for that purpose. A thick, preheated chunk of black violet will be the center of this cane. Holding the chunk with punties on both ends will allow you maximum control so that you can marver the central core to shape. I've gone for an almond shape here in cross-section. Four to 8 layers of aqua powder, then black powder, will give me the double band of color I'm looking for around the central core. Alternating butterscotch with thin turbo stripes as I fill out the pattern gives me the complexity I'm looking for. You can see that this grows to be quite a chunky mass. After it reaches a certain size, you might want to change to a larger punty. Even heating will help you draw down a nice, even cane. No matter how small you draw it down, the image inside will remain true. You can see how closely this cane replicates the actual eye pattern I was shooting for. Preheated eyes attached to punnies with a cold seal are inserted into the eye sockets and fused into place. A finished amphibian.